A very good evening, everybody. I welcome you all on behalf of Research Culture Society and Scientific Research Association for this short-term training program on developing personal improvement through soft skills. Here is a hearty welcome to all of you for this alluring session. Here we have our organizing committee, Dr. C.M. Patel as Director of Research Culture Society, Ms. Jaya Chetwani, Counselor and Special Educator, Dr. Jessica, Founder of Scientific Research Association. We welcome you all. Short-term training program is all about personal attributes, personality traits, inherent social cues and communication abilities needed for success. It includes adaptability, attitude, communication, creative thinking, and many more. It complies all the components and shapes skills into competencies. In this program, we will learn about confidence and enthusiasm regarding self-motivation, raised aspiration, and belief in one's own abilities. To develop effective interpersonal communication, leadership, emotional and social skills. To develop effective interpersonal communication of emotional and social skills, development of all-round personalities with a mature outlook and function effectively in different circumstances. Sir, could we please have the video? Hello.
Warm greetings to all. Research Culture Society is a government-registered scientific research organization. Society is working for the research community at national and international level to impart quality and non-profitable services. Our members are scholarly educationists from various universities and institutes of repute. Here the faculties, research scholars and students interested in the area of research are given guidance and support in how their work can contribute to the betterment of our present and future generations. Research Culture Society is conducting conferences, seminars, symposiums, workshops, training, and development programs on different themes. Society has organized 100+ educational programs successfully at national and international level in association with different educational institutions. Also published selected research papers as journal special issues and book proceedings. Society is running international level referred, peer-reviewed journals with ISSN and books publication with ISBN. Educational institutions, colleges, universities are being welcomed for Memorandum of Understanding and collaboration to organize events. Society is promoting and sponsoring educational events as well as publishing research work in collaboration. The Society also offers membership. The journals associated with Research Culture Society are referred, indexed, and with high impact factor. Society journals are publishing research papers, articles in all major fields and subjects related to sciences, health sciences, engineering, agriculture, pharmacy, commerce, management, social sciences, arts, humanities, education, law and life skills. Journals provide publications and digital identification with a nominal processing charge. Research Culture Society also provides print and online book publications with ISBN. Society invites book publication in all study subjects and categories. Thesis converted into book and conference proceedings publication also available. Research Culture Society arranges special lectures on soft skills, communication skills, personality development, behavior improvement, human resource development, career development, general knowledge improvement, environmental issues, and improvement, etc. in different institutions, colleges, universities, and schools. The Society bestows excellence and achievement awards in different categories as US Awards, SRA Awards. Thank you. For further details, visit our website.
Thank you, sir. Here we have our today's resource person, Dr. Harvinder Soni ma'am. Ma'am would introduce us to soft skills, self-management skills, personality development, developing interpersonal skills. Dr. Harvinder Soni ma'am is a renowned trainer and a management expert. She is also a certified trainer in transactional analysis. Dr. Soni has a rich and varied experience and expertise in the areas of human resource management. Ma'am, we welcome you for this event.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome uh, and a very good evening to all. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I would just share my screen and then we can start with today's topic. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible. Fine.
Okay,
Can you increase this as a slideshow also?
it is on slideshow. Okay, so we'll start this session with an introduction to like what are soft skills. Now, soft skills we have heard about, but the important thing to understand in the present contemporary context is that the researches which have been conducted in Harvard and Stanford universities, they have shown that only 15% of the career success is accomplished through hard skills, and the remaining 85% is due to the soft skills of the candidates. So now this really shows, this kind of research really shows how important soft skills are in the present context for not only the professional development of the students, but another important part is to lead their lives successfully. So when we talk about meeting the job requirements, there are two sets of skills which are required, the hard skills and the soft skills. I hope I'm audible. Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, fine. So when we are talking of the job requirements, two set of skills are very important. One is the hard skills and the other is the soft skills. So when we talk of hard skills, they basically relate to the domain expertise. For example, say an engineer, if he's a civil engineer, he needs to have domain expertise in the field of civil engineering. If a person is a chartered accountant, he needs to have expertise over accountancy. If a person is a doctor, then definitely he needs to have knowledge of medicine. So these are the skills, or the hard skills we would rather call them, which relate to the technical expertise of a person's profession. But in today's world, together with hard skills, what is required? Soft skills. So soft skills are kind of, people skills and life skills, which help us to behave appropriately in the different situations which we face in our personal and professional life. Because our success in today's world is not merely dependent upon how much knowledge we have in our particular area, but it also depends upon the way we communicate with others, the way we interact with others, what kind of emotional intelligence we are able to display in our dealings with others, how we are able to show our interpersonal skills. Are we good at building networks? Are we good at leading others, motivating others? And are we, first of all, competent enough to project our personality in such a manner that would create a good impression on others? So combined hard skills and soft skills are, so essential for meeting the job requirement in the present context. But now let's understand that what exactly are soft skills. So when we talk of soft skills, they relate to personal attributes of an individual. And then when we talk of personal attributes, what comes to our minds? What comes to our mind? Anybody who would like to participate, I would like to keep it interactive. So when we talk about personal attributes of a person, what comes to our mind? What are we relating to? Anybody would like to contribute in this? Okay, so when we are talking of personal attributes, we are talking of the personality of an individual. We are talking of the behavior of an individual. We are talking about the communication skills of an individual, to what extent an individual is able to interact successfully with others, what kind of social intelligence that person projects in his behavior and in his dealings with others. So when we talk of soft skills, we are talking of the personal attributes, because these play an important role, not only in the personal life of an individual, but also in the career prospects and job performance of a person. So when we talk of hard skills, as I said, they basically relate to a certain type of task. But when we talk of soft skills, they are broadly applicable. So whether you are a faculty, or you are a doctor, or you are a lawyer, or you're an engineer, or you're a chartered accountant, or you are a student, what is required if you really want to be successful in your personal and professional life? You require soft skills. So they are also known as people skills, and they complement the hard skills because they enhance an individual's relationships. When we talk of relationships in our daily lives, we are talking of relationships with the society, with the people in the society, in the profession, maybe our family, our relatives, our friends, our colleagues. So these are the skills which help us in developing successful relationships and definitely have a positive impact upon our job performance and career prospects. Now, as we said, now the soft skills are very, very important for
Hello.
as we said, soft skills are very, very important for achieving success in personal and professional life. So when we are talking of soft skills, we are talking about the character traits of an individual. We are talking of the kind of attitude a person possesses. So when we're talking of attitude, we are more looking for a positive attitude in the person. Then the communication skills, the interpersonal skills, then the social skills and career attributes which are required for the successful performance of a job. And of course, we are talking of emotional intelligence, or EQ, among other things. So when we are talking of soft skills, as I said, when we're talking of the kind of skills which are required to meet the job requirements, what is required is a combination of both the hard skills and the soft skills. So as I said, when we are talking of hard skills, they relate to the technical expertise or the domain expertise of people. So if a person, as I said, is a chartered accountant, he should possess knowledge of accountancy. If a person is a lawyer, he requires knowledge of the law. If a person is a doctor, he requires knowledge of medicine. If a person is an engineer, so for a specific field, he would require the knowledge, say, of civil engineering or mechanical or IT, if he's an IT engineer. But those domain skills are not sufficient in today's world. We require soft skills, which is a combination of behavioral skills, people skills, and social skills. So as I was discussing, the soft skills are the personal attributes that enhance an individual's interaction. So talking of personal attributes, as I said, they relate to the personality of an individual, the behavior of an individual, how an individual interacts with others, what are his negotiation skills, what are his communication skills, how good he is at building networks, and what kind of emotional and social intelligence he projects in his behavior. So these are personal attributes which are so important to build relationships and also for job performance. And when we talk of hard skills, they are definitely very, very important. You really can't be successful in any profession without having hard skills, but the soft skills are broadly applicable to all the professions, whether you are going to be a manager or you're going to be a doctor or a teacher or a professor or any other field. Without soft skills, you really can't be successful in the present context. So when we are talking of soft skills, they basically complement the hard skills. And they are really helpful in enhancing an individual's relations. So when we are talking of relations, we are talking both personal and professional relations. So personal relations may be with the people in the society, with our family members, with our relatives, with our friends, and professional relations with our peers, with our boss, with our subordinates. So whenever we are talking of soft skills, we are definitely, talking of improving our personal and professional relations together with the job performance and career prospects. Now, soft skills, as we said, are a combination of character traits of an individual together with the attitudes. That is, a person may have a positive attitude. Some people may project a negative attitude in different situations. Then they also include, very importantly, communication skills, interpersonal skills, social skills, career attributes, and EQ, that is the emotional intelligence quotient. So we are in this training program, we are going to definitely discuss on all these aspects in different sessions. And of course, why we are talking so much about, or why we are laying stress on soft skills, because they are so important to handle interpersonal relations, whether we are focusing upon our personal relations or we are focusing upon our professional relations. And they also, because we are talking of intelligence, or we are talking of emotional intelligence, we are talking of social intelligence. So they help us to take the right decisions. And we are also, if a person possesses soft skills, he's able to communicate effectively, and he can, create a good impression on others. And that is really going to help him in gaining the professional development. In fact, if we have a look at the top 5 skills in demand in 2020, as per the LinkedIn Learning Workplace Learning Report. So the LinkedIn Learning Workplace Report, always, every year, they come up with the important soft skills which are important for being successful in the workplace. So for 2020, they have outlined creativity, persuasion, collaboration, adaptability, and emotional intelligence. So that means this is what employers are looking for. This is what the industries are looking for in every field. So they are so important that LinkedIn Learning always outlines the top 5 soft skills which are in demand. And also, if we refer to the India Skills Report 2020, and this India Skills Report 2020 is based upon a survey which is conducted by Wheelbox, which is the leading online talent assessment company of India. And it partners every year with AICTE, then AIU and CII. So they come up with a survey, and whereby they display the kind of skills which employers are looking for in the prospective candidates. So we can see that soft skills are so important. Here the outline skills are positive attitude, adaptability, learning agility, domain expertise is of course a hard skill, interpersonal skills. So you can see, like, out of these, at least 4 are soft skills. So that means domain expertise is no doubt important, but for being successful, these soft skills are finally, you cannot just do away with them. You need to focus on development of the soft skills, because this is what is required in today's world. So when we look at that, what do employers really want? So employers want reliable, responsible workers who are good at problem solving, who possess social skills and positive attitude, and who are creative, who can bring in some new ideas. So if we really want to be successful, not only as an employee, even if somebody wants to be an entrepreneur, or somebody wants to build a good network, these are the skills which you should focus on developing. And definitely soft skills can be enhanced and improved through training and also through direct experience. So when we have a look at presently, like, what are the skills which are most sought after by the employers? So it comes to self-management, then planning or organizing ability, leadership skills, and problem solving ability, teamwork, positive attitude. You can see that, in the present context, these are the kind of skills which the employers are looking for while hiring. And I would like to stress that these are not just required for our professional success. These are the skills which are required equally for our personal success. That means in our personal lives, to lead a happy life, to build up good relations, we require these skills. So the communication skills are very, very important, especially in 2022. This is one skill which has been highlighted by the India Skills Report. The time management, this is again very important as per India Skills Report 2022. And of course, the computer literacy, the IT part, that is important. Of course, that would come under the hard skills. So we are just trying to understand that what are the skills which are most importantly sought after by the employers. Now we are going to focus today on self-management. Why? Because this is the most critical skill. Because every management starts with self-management. If we really want to be successful in our personal and professional lives, we should be, first of all, good at managing ourselves. Because we really can't manage others unless and until we focus upon our self-improvement, we focus upon our personality development, we focus upon self-motivation, we focus upon building up of self-confidence. So without these basic self-management skills, you really can't go about being, talking about the other aspects or the other skills. So these are the critical and the basic skills which are so important for a person, whether he wants to lead a happy personal social life or whether he wants to be successful in his professional life. So it is said that all management starts with self-management. And what actually self-management? So when we talk of self-management, naturally, we are talking of managing our own lives. But then how do we manage our lives? It is, first of all, I think what is important is our intentions, because our thoughts lead to our actions. So how we can manage our intentions, how we can manage our thoughts, and then we can, based upon our thoughts and intentions, we can manage our actions. And when we talk about actions, then definitely there has to be some kind of, time period or timelines within which we would need to accomplish our actions. So when we're talking of self-management, we are definitely talking of, first of all, managing our thoughts and intentions, and based upon that, managing our actions, and then, managing everything in such a manner that we are able to accomplish our tasks on time. So talking about self-management, so it is also referred to as self-control or self-regulation. And it is the ability to regulate one's emotions, thoughts, and behavior in different situations. So as I said, like without really, controlling our thoughts and emotions and behavior, we really cannot talk about other aspects of self-management. So that, control over the mind, control over the spirit, control over the emotions, and then the control over the body. So that is self-management. A person should feel that he's in control. He's in control over the thoughts, he's in control over the emotions, and even in situations, in critical situations, in challenging situations, in stressful situations, a person is able to heal himself or herself and recover and bounce back after failures or after downfalls. So that actually is self-management. So like we really can't, be good at managing ourselves unless and until we understand ourselves. So for the purpose of self-management, it is very important that we understand our own strengths and weaknesses. We understand our interests and abilities. And then very important is that we have a positive attitude, and we are very conscious about our grooming, the way we present ourselves, because our self-confidence is also dependent upon a number of things. A person, in order to be self-confident, needs to possess good knowledge. Together with that, he needs to possess a pleasing personality. So it focuses upon all the aspects: the personality, the interest and abilities, the attitude, but even before that, understanding oneself. So self-management can also help in developing good habits, because when we are in control of our thoughts and emotions and we are working towards self-improvement, then and self-regulation, so that is going to help us in developing good habits and overcoming bad habits. And we really can't achieve our goals in life unless and until we are managing our lives. So even for overcoming challenges and difficulties and for reaching our goals, it is very important that we manage ourselves. We manage our time, we manage our lives, we manage our actions, we manage our personalities, and we manage our behavior. And this also helps in stress management and also makes us feel happy. So happiness management is another very important aspect in our life. There's so much of stress. So when we are talking of self-management, as I said, it not only helps in improving the quality of our day-to-day life, it also makes us professionally successful, because it enables an employee to feel more productive. A person who is in control of himself, a person who is in control of his time, his life, his emotions, his thoughts, definitely would feel more productive when he's doing the daily routine work, irrespective of the working environment. And It also enables a person to communicate effectively with the co-workers, with the management, the customers, and planning the time schedule. And of course, the basic and the important thing, keeping the body healthy. Because without keeping the body healthy, a person cannot really focus upon the other aspects of life. So that is the very important thing, keeping our body healthy. That means focusing upon our health and hygiene. So it's only, if we are physically fit, then only we would be able to concentrate on our daily tasks, on our profession, on our studies, and then focus upon achieving our goals. So when we talk of self-management, it starts with self-awareness. As I said, understanding yourself. So very important. How many of us have ever, done some introspection about our own strengths and weaknesses, understanding our own selves? So what are our own values? What do we like? What do we dislike? And what are our positive attributes? And what are our weaknesses, which we need to overcome? So the question is, who am I? I mean, a person who is self-aware, then only he would be able to manage his life. Then only he would be able to manage his relationships. Then only he would be able to handle the professional challenges. So the question, who am I? That is very important. And for this purpose, there is a model which is called the Dohari Window of model of self-awareness. So this was based upon a model given by American psychologists Joe and Harry. So this model helps to create self-awareness and is also helpful in personality development and good for team building. But very importantly, it helps to create more of self-awareness. So there are 4 quadrants in this model. The first one is the open area. Now, the open area, it is that part of our personality which is known by us and it is also known by others. Okay, so like, for example, our knowledge, skills, and some of our personality traits, some of our behavioral traits, which others are also aware and we are also aware. So this is the open area. Then, but the important thing is that this area is only this much. We also have the other, quadrants. For example, this is the blind area. Blind area is an area which is actually, unknown by self. We are not aware of it, but others know about it. So some of our hidden, potential, or some of our traits, or some kind of behavior which others observe, but we really are ourselves not aware of it. So that is the blind area. So we should try to reduce this blind area by soliciting feedback from others, from the people whom we trust. So this blind area should be reduced to increase this open area. Then there is the hidden area. Now the hidden area, that is something which is known by us. It's a part of our personality which is known by us, but it is unknown to others. Others are not aware of it. So maybe we have our insecurities, our fears, or some people may have some, manipulative agendas. So something about which we are aware. It is an area which is known by our own self, but it is unknown by others. So we should, also focus upon reducing this area through self-discovery and exposure. Then there is this unknown area. That means there are certain things which neither we know about ourselves nor the others know about us. So this is the unknown area. It may relate to the kind of, some things which are in the subconscious mind, maybe due to some past traumatic experiences, it has had an impact upon us, but we are not aware of it, neither the others are aware of it. So this is the unknown area. So the focus of this Dohari window model is to increase the open area, and we should be aware of the hidden area. We should try to reduce the blind area. We should solicit feedback from people, and we should also move on the path of shared discovery and self-discovery. Then only we would be able to really understand our own selves, our attributes, our personality. So this is an explanation of what I said just now. So the open area, what is known by the person about himself or herself and is also known by others. So that is the open area. Then the blind area is what is unknown by the person about himself or herself, but which others know. Then the hidden area, what the person knows about himself or herself, but the others do not know. And unknown area is neither the person himself knows about that area, nor it is unknown by others. So as I said, this model focuses upon improving self-awareness by enhancing the open area. We need to focus upon enhancing the open area and reducing the blind area and also the hidden area, and discovering our own selves by soliciting feedback, by self-discovery, by shared discussions. So with this kind of model, we can go for a better understanding of our own selves. Then when we talk about our own selves, what is important is that we are aware of our strengths and weaknesses. So everybody is good at certain things, and at the same time, everybody has certain areas of self-improvement. So that analysis is a must. What we are good at and what are the areas where we need to focus upon for self-improvement. So because, by moving upon the path of self-improvement, we can develop self-confidence. So when we are talking of self-confidence, from where it will come? It will come when we are aware of our own selves. We know that these are the areas we need to work upon, and we consciously make an effort to overcome those weaknesses or the areas which really need improvement. So when we analyze our strengths, say we have to just do an introspection on certain aspects, like how am I different from others? What do I do better than others? What do other people admire in me? And what makes me stand out? So what are my unique qualities which make me different from others? And what am I good at? So from understanding of a self-awareness through Dohari window, further a person can go on the analysis and better understanding of the strengths. Then the weaknesses. So that means what are the areas where I struggle? Where do I worry? And how, what are the areas where the others perform better than me? And like definitely from some kind of feedback, we are aware of our weaknesses as well. Of course, it requires self-introspection. Without that, it is not possible to be really aware of your weakness. So we can have this kind of self-analysis plan for ourselves, whereby on one side we focus upon our strengths, then we also try to understand our weaknesses, and then we lay down the action plan to overcome the weakness. So I would just like here, if like any of the participants would like to share any of their strengths, then it would be like good to understand this chart better, and then we can also talk about the weaknesses and the action plan to overcome the weakness. So like I would like this kind of interaction about the strengths, like, because it is just an opportunity to talk about the areas which we are good at, and at the same time we can focus upon the areas where we still need improvement. So any of the participants would like to talk about their strengths or weaknesses, or if some time is needed for this exercise, I would just like to know from the organizers, like whether we do have the time to undertake this activity.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So I would just like the participation, and like if sir, we want, we can give just 5 minutes to the participants to have some introspection about this part, and then we can share.
Everyone, ma'am, my strength is I'm good at communicating, and I'm good at convincing others. But my weakness is that I very quickly lose my temper. So this is my strength and this is my weakness. So I seriously am looking for an action plan so that I can overcome my weakness, because I quickly lose my temper. So as a result, it gives me stress, and many health issues come up with that. So I would like to request you that please suggest some action plan to overcome this weakness. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So Kamaldeep, thank you for the honest sharing of your strengths and weaknesses. And as you said, you're looking for an action plan to overcome your weakness. That is, you lose your temper very fast. That's it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Kamaldeep, I can give you so many suggestions, but the important thing is that this activity requires you to introspect and to, first of all, you have to come up with your action plan to overcome weakness, because this is kind of, self-awareness and self-management. It should come from within you. So there are ample techniques available for overcoming this anger, and this kind of, stress which you feel out of, losing your temper. So I would like to know your thoughts, because definitely you must have worked upon this. You must have, outlined something. So it would be good to hear from you that up till now, what have you done? Have you done anything in this respect?
Ma'am, so far I always try. I try to remember that this time I'm not going to lose my temper. But sometimes circumstances and situations come up in such a manner that I really lose my temper, and then later on I feel regret. No, I don't have to do like this, but I do behave like this, and I really feel later on awkward. That why I have done again. I promise even myself a number of times that I'm not going to repeat this thing again, but still, i I just go out of control.
Okay, okay. So, Kamaldeep, important thing for you is to, manage your emotions. You need to really work upon it, and you need to manage your emotions in the way that you are able to, at that particular situation, you have to make a conscious effort. See, anger management itself is a big thing which requires, so much of time and so much of discussions. So in such a short time, what I would like to give you the tips is that focus upon, managing your emotions first of all, and you have to make a deliberate effort on that. So like for managing your emotions, again, as I said, you have to go for, some relaxation techniques as well. You should go for, yoga, meditation, and you have to connect yourself to spirituality. And this is really going to make you calm and cool. And sometimes you feel that the situation is going out of hand, just move away from there rather than speaking and spoiling the environment. Go to another room, do a counting for, say 100 till you become a little cool. And also, as I said, yoga and meditation really helps. So it is about, first of all, acknowledging that this is my weakness. So just now you said you acknowledge. So once you acknowledge that this is your weakness, definitely you will now make a conscious effort towards, controlling your temper in that situation. So it is not, I mean, we cannot just, excuse ourselves by saying that it happens to me. No, how does it happen? How does it happen? This is just a, an excuse which we are giving to ourselves, that I just lose my temper. It happens to me. How you are not in control of your temper, because in normal circumstances, everybody's cool. It is only in the crisis or critical situations that one's, temperament is tested. So for that purpose, first of all, you have to stop giving this excuse to yourself that I try my best, but it happens. So maybe you will face a little difficulty in the beginning, but if you make up your mind strongly, go for some yoga, meditation, and try to handle your emotions and thoughts. Definitely, I don't think that this is really going to impact your life in such a way that, you say that it stresses you out and has some other health repercussions as well. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
so you are spoiling your health, and you are, of course, it spoils the environment. But the important thing is that you have come up so honestly with it, and it's not about you. I think, so many of us are dealing with it, Kamaldeep. You must be,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, it's not about
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
It's not about you. It's
Thank
about,
you.
so many of us. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for brilliant guidance. I will really go up so from yoga and meditation exercise. Thank you, ma'am, for giving a wonderful guidance.
Okay. Welcome, Kamaldeep.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good
Ma'am,
evening.
I'm Suman Bala from Jammu and Kashmir. Ma'am, my strength is that I can do a lot of hard work. You can assign me a work. I can do it by disturbing my nights, sleepless nights I can spend on that. But when it comes to me, my own work, I always procrastinate. And that procrastination is my weakness. I know that I am doing this. I somehow try console myself that next time I won't be doing this, but somehow every time I reach to the last date for everything. I don't know how. Kindly suggest me something that I should not procrastinate for my work at least.
So, like, about your work, like you said, you're hardworking. So, how do
Yeah,
you distinguish your work? Like, what
you know,
exactly do
when
you
it
mean by that?
comes to my assignment, if it is official assignment, I can do it,
Okay,
try to submit it in the proper time. But when
okay,
it comes to something related to me, I cannot keeping the record of something. So I uh, take it and throw it here and there, leave it here and there. I try that I will manage myself, but somehow I am not able to manage the things. And when the things add up, and then I really I frustrate. I got frustrated and how to manage and that kind of thing. I know that weakness sort of thing is that procrastination problem. That okay,
yeah,
kal karenge, and that kal never comes.
yeah. So, since how long you have been struggling with this problem, Suman?
Ma'am, I think I am in job from last 4 years, 3 4 years,
Okay,
and from there, then only from there I started it. But as a student also, sometimes I am lazy at keeping my own record. I cannot distinguish it that I am lazy or anything. And in college, in office, of also that I told you when you will assign me some work, I will do it honestly. I will do it by if I know that that particular day is the last day, I will not sleep that 2 nights or 3 nights. But I cannot wake or I cannot keep myself awake for my thing if I know that this is important and I have to do it. But that somehow reach to that last date. Always it happens to me. Always.
so that means you are more happy with pleasing others and impose things you want to comply with. But when it comes to your self happiness and self satisfaction, that acquires a secondary place, right?
Yeah, always at secondary place. So what to do about that, ma'am?
So first of all, you should start giving priority to your own self and to your own life, because others are important, no doubt. Everything is
Yeah.
important, but you are more important to yourself. First of all, it is your life. So focus upon yourself, because we are talking of self-management, and you have this habit of, as you said, procrastination. So
Yes, ma'am.
probably it might have developed since a long time, maybe from your childhood or something, or from your teenage, because you really can't, develop overnight. So
Yeah.
there must have been certain, stages through which you develop this habit of procrastination,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
probably, and now you are facing so much of problem into it. So doesn't matter, Suman. It is just about, it's not a big problem. It is only about self-realization. It is about, respecting your own self. It is about self-love also. So you need to love yourself. You need to understand that what I'm doing for others, of what use it is if you cannot do anything for yourself. It is your life. It is, you are yourself, not a priority. For your own self, how will others consider you a priority, Suman? So,
Yes, ma'am.
so this is something like you need to talk to yourself, and this is go for time management, plan your schedule, lay down your priorities, and try to balance between your personal and professional obligations, because maybe you are too much involved into meeting the professional obligations that you don't find time. Maybe you're so much tired after completing your professional job that you don't find time for yourself. That may be one of the reasons. I really don't know what is your schedule, but it happens that sometimes you are, so overloaded with work that in spite of wanting to do something for yourself, you're not able to do. So I would suggest you go for time management, and you prepare a proper time schedule and plan your activities day wise, week wise, and even month wise, and even yearly, that what you would like to accomplish in a year, what you would like to accomplish in 6 months, what you would like to accomplish in 1 year. And that should not include only professional goals. Your personal goals should be also a priority over there. So if you have a kind of schedule in front of you, and you put it on a wall in your room, which you, or on an almirah, which you see every day, so definitely there will be some self-realization, and reward yourself when you do something good for yourself. Reward yourself. Self-reward is also very important. Be happy for yourself once you do something for yourself. So as I said, it will come out of self-love, self-reward, and self-realization, making yourself also a priority of your life, rather than all the time doing imposed things. So
Thank you so much, ma'am. But one more thing I want to know, that it is that thing that I am lacking in some skill, or it is a behavioral approach. My
no,
behavioral approach.
yeah, it's a behavioral approach. You're not lacking in skill, Suman, because as you say that you do the task, your professional task very diligently. That's what I understand from what you have said. Is it so?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So had you been lacking in skill, you would not have been able to accomplish your professional objectives. So you say that you're doing that quite well. So it is just your approach. It is your mindset which you need to change. Okay, so you're not lacking in any skill, definitely, Suman. It is just your mindset which makes you procrastinate, because you don't give priority to yourself and you don't manage your time properly. So if you focus upon these aspects, definitely you will, and you have to make a conscious effort on this. So definitely once you make a conscious effort, this is not a big thing which cannot be overcome.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, welcome, Suman. So anybody else, or should we proceed, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed. Next.
Okay. So now another important thing when we are talking of self-management is understanding our interests and abilities, and accordingly making a career choice. Some people may be very much interested in certain things, but then they may not work upon improvement of those skills. So in that case, if the interests and abilities do not match, they may end up making a wrong career choice. See, a person may be interested in singing, but it is not necessary that a person is good at singing. So if a person wants to make a career choice and wants to be a singer, he has to make an effort and take some training and improve the expertise in singing, then only he or she can make that as a career choice. So the important thing is that just merely having an interest is not sufficient. If you really want to make some area as your career choice, you have to focus upon developing it. You have to focus upon improving your abilities, and then only you can make a career choice out of it. A person may be very much interested in watching cricket, but then it is not necessary that he would be good at playing cricket, and he cannot make his career choice unless he really works hard in that field. So same applies to all the other professions. Of course, like, it is very important that when you are making a career choice, it should be an area of your interest. It should be something which you love. It should be something which makes you feel that work is not a burden, it is an enjoyment. So that kind of career choice. But I mean, just as I said, that interest is not sufficient. It is very important, no doubt, but then you should have the skill and the ability also to, perform in that particular area if you want to make it your career choice. Some people, they go for certain courses, they take admission in certain courses, especially I'm talking about the students, because they take admission in engineering, they take admission in management courses, but they are actually not aware that why they have taken admission in a particular course. They're not aware of the career choice. They take admission and then they do not perform very well. They end up getting frustrated. So it is very important at the time of making a career choice that you decide and really focus upon your interests. And if you have made a career choice, then create interest in that particular area. And it is not something difficult. Sometimes you go for a certain course, then later on you realize, okay, this is not something which I am not interested in. So there are two options you have. Either you leave it, or if you want to remain in that particular area, then develop your skills and abilities and your interest in that area. There's no point in doing things half-heartedly. That is not going to take you anywhere. So either at the beginning, when you make a career choice, think seriously about your interests, or if you have made a choice and you cannot move back from the choice which you've already made, then develop your interest in that area, because every profession is interesting, and develop your skill in that area. What I mean to say is, don't make a half-hearted career choice. Whatever you do, do it with your full, devotion, commitment, and interest, and then only you can be successful in your career. So then, of course, self-confidence. And when we talk of self-management, definitely we need to develop self-confidence. And when we are talking of self-confidence, from where is it going to come? From where will self-confidence come? So first of all, very importantly, faith in ourselves, believing in yourself. Because, whenever sometimes it happens when you think of doing something different, when you think of doing something new, then there'll be people who tell you that some others are not doing it, so why are you doing it? Nobody does. I mean, in this particular, this is something which is not your cup of tea. So there are people who try to pull you down. So at that stage, it is very important that you have self-belief. But from where will that self-belief come? From where will it come? It will come from your own knowledge. It will come from your own skills. It will come from your own potential. It will come from within you. I mean, we cannot look for external sources to develop self-confidence. We have to work hard to gain self-confidence. If a person does not have knowledge or skills, definitely the person will be low on confidence. So self-confidence is not just a word. It is something which has to be developed by self-improvement and gaining knowledge and improvement of our skills. So actually, talking about self-confidence, it is a quality we build when we believe in our strength to succeed in anything we do in life. And our ability, as I said, to manage our thoughts and emotions, that also plays an important role in developing our self-confidence. So when we, try to look at the qualities of self-confident people, they have self-belief. So from where will self-belief come? As I said, it comes from hard work, it comes from knowledge, it comes from devoting time for improvement of our skills. It comes from, having a positive attitude and a commitment towards the goals. So self-confidence is not just a word, that okay, the person is, we need to be self-confident. It's something which requires real effort to become self-confident. And, and then once you make an effort towards it, that self-belief will be automatically created. So first of all, it is important, sometimes we focus more upon our failures. If we are not successful in certain aspects, we feel disheartened, we feel depressed. So it is important to accept failures, because if we do not fail, we do not learn. So failures are not actually failures, they are learning opportunities. So if we take them as learning opportunities and a step towards success, then that would make us feel, cheerful, and we would rather take that failure as a learning opportunity. And at the same time, we should appreciate our achievements. Even if it is a small achievement, we should feel happy about it. And always we should fix our goals and have an action plan for achievement of those goals. Another important thing is that, even in negative situations, we should try to look for something positive. And there's always something to be happy about, I believe. Even when things are tough, even when there are challenges, even when there are problems, there's definitely at least something to be happy about. So always look at the good side of things. The situations and challenges in our life come to teach us certain things. They open up new opportunities, they open up new thoughts, they open up new experiences which help us improve ourselves. So if we try to think in this direction, definitely I think we can develop self-confidence. Then another important thing is self-motivation. Most of the students sometimes feel that they don't get the motivation to do certain things, so they feel very disheartened. And not only students, even matured people, they are more focused upon external motivation. They look for external sources for motivating themselves. So when we are talking of self-management, we are also focusing upon developing our intrinsic motivation, our inner motivation, because that is something for which we are not dependent on anybody. If we stop depending upon others to motivate us, life would become so easy, because our motivation would be in our own hands. So see, I mean, things are so easy. We are motivating ourselves, so we have no grievances or complaints against other people who do not motivate us or who try to pull us down, because we have changed our focus from the external sources to the internal sources, and life becomes easy. We accept that others will not motivate us. Once we accept that and we focus upon our self-motivation, things become much easier, and we get inspired to accomplish big goals in life. Then positive thinking, as I said, very important, looking at the good side of things. And, when negative situations come or negative thoughts come, we are all very human. And whenever, any kind of situation, any kind of problem or any challenging issue is there, it is just human that the negative thing comes to our mind first. So it is quite human, and there's nothing, awkward about it. But the important thing here is that how we change our negative thoughts to positive. We need to work upon that. So this is, kind of self-exercise. We should know how to change our negative thoughts into positive thoughts and look at the good side of things. And this requires a lot of, patience and lot of, broad-mindedness and lot of effort. So whenever a negative thought comes in any tough situation, the clue is let it come, because we cannot stop negative thoughts actually. But what we can do, we can convert our negative thought into positive thought. This is in our hands. And if we make a conscious effort towards it, then we can overcome tough situations. So positive thinking is not about, being happy all the time, focusing upon positive things. It is about how we are able to convert our negative thoughts into positive thoughts. So that is important. So because, positive thinking is something which makes us energetic. If you feel, if you think in a negative manner, then you feel that all your energy or your energy level has come very down, and you feel so disheartened, and the energy level itself faints. So if you really want to feel energetic, we really have to work upon this part. That means we have to focus upon looking at the brighter side of things. So as I said, positive thinking or positive attitude is not about, feeling happy all the time, or all the time, facing no challenges in life. There's no life without challenge. It is positive thinking is about changing your, negative thoughts into positive thoughts in tough situations. And that is something which will make you feel happy. So as I said, for that, the code word is smile. So like we should focus upon certain things in our life. We should have a daily routine, because if we have a daily routine, definitely that, creates positive feeling within us. If you go for a gym, or if you go for exercise, or, you go for a walk, or you go for yoga, definitely you will see that that day you are much more energetic. You think positively, your fatigue level becomes lesser. So now the important thing is that we create a daily routine for ourselves, and we start our day in a positive manner. And also, imagine the best in any situation, and we can maintain a gratitude diary. So whereby we note down everything, that what good things happened today. So what are we grateful for today? So look at the brighter side of things. And like maybe when that diary you are able to complete and you look back, you will be all the more happy that you did this kind of exercise, and you have realized that there were so many positive things in life. So these are some of the small things which really help you manage your life better, keep you happier, and keep you positive even in tough situations. Then self-control. So just now, there was a discussion on, anger management, and like how to control our own behavior. So actually, this is a part of self-management. We need to control our behavior, our discipline. Everything will not be imposed. These things should come from within. And as I said, it will happen only when we stop indulging in self-sympathy. If we stop giving ourselves the leverage that, okay, this is my nature, this is a part of my personality, that I behave in a particular manner. The day we stop giving ourselves excuses, the day we stop, indulging in self-sympathy, that day we will take the first step towards self-control and self-improvement. Then another important part is problem solving. Because every problem, it is said, has a solution. So the important thing is that rather than focusing upon the problem, we focus upon the solution to the problem. The problem is that we spend so much time focusing upon the problem itself that we forget about working towards the solution of the problem, which really creates another problem for us. So the important thing is that we identify the alternative solutions to a problem by step-by-step method. And we then, after identifying the alternative solutions to the problem, then we just try to find out that which is the most suitable solution for us. what happens is, like, even in professions, I've seen, like in a professional field, there are people who would always go to the senior or to the boss with a problem. So the boss or the senior, then feels so helpless because he is not dealing with this one particular person who's coming with the problem. He has to deal with 100 other people. And if 100 people come to the boss with a problem, then what is that poor boss going to do? So rather than focusing upon the problem, if you go with a solution to your senior or to your boss, you will see that you will become the most favorite employee, or the most favorite, colleague, or the most favorite even, person in the family. If we talk about the this family issues, or we talk about relationships. So focus upon the solution, and always, if you go with the solution, you will always be welcome. And if you go with the problem, if you go once, you go twice, third time, that person will start avoiding you. So whenever this person comes, he comes with a problem. So third time, people will start avoiding you. So focus upon the solution. Everybody will start liking you. Everybody will start welcoming you. So that is something very, very important in self-management. Then, personal hygiene, personality, and grooming. As I said, physical fitness, I said, is very, very important for self-management. But, another important thing is how we present ourselves. What about our grooming? What about our personal hygiene? So the way we dress, the way we present ourselves. Of course, this is a separate topic in itself, which will be taken subsequently in this training program. But here I'm talking about this because this is very important part of self-management. The way we present ourselves, the way we groom ourselves, it's not about wearing expensive clothes. It is about, wearing neat and clean clothes according to the situation. The way being dressed up smartly according to the occasion, that is very important. And taking care of the hygiene part. Then when we talk of self-management, also it is very important that we are good at working with people, teamwork. So because in today's world, most of the organizations, they have committees, departments, then project teams, cross-functional teams, and you are expected to work in a team. So working in a team sounds very pleasant, but actually practically it is quite difficult, because people with different backgrounds, different mindsets, different attitude, different behavior, they have to actually align themselves in order to accomplish team goals. So this is one aspect which you need to focus upon, because if you really want to be successful in your profession, then you should be able to adapt and adjust according to the needs of the team and the team members. Then time management, as I said, just now there was a problem discussed about, procrastination. So I said the important thing for this is that you need to manage your time. You need to have a proper schedule. You need to undertake, proper, time management for your daily routine. And even maybe for a week, even for a month, you should have everything aligned, and then only you would be able to manage yourself. So if there's time, then we can undertake an activity on time management. Can we go forward with the activity? I would just like to know about the time aspect, because we're talking of time management. So should we go forward with the activity? It's a kind of self-management or time management quiz, and you have to score each item according to how much of the time each item statement applies to you. So for example, the scale is mentioned. 5 is for always, 4 is for often, 3 is for sometimes, 2 is for rarely, and 1 is for never. So for each of these statements, you have to think about yourself and give yourself, like if it never applies to you, you'll give 1. If it rarely applies to you, you'll give 2. If it applies to you sometimes, you'll give 3, often 4, and always 5. So you can just, read these statements, think about yourself and give yourself a score for each of the statements, and then you can total your score. And then probably we can discuss the implications. So like you would be able to do that?
Yes, Riya Singh, unmute yourself. Suman Bala, unmute yourself.
For third one, I have given 5. For fourth one, I have given 3. And for fifth one, I have given 2. For sixth,
So just try to score yourself on all these, and then you can share the total score.
we have to calculate that.
You have to add all these scores which you have given to yourself.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, so if you have a score between 51 to 100, in that case, you may be struggling with time management and things may be spinning out of control. And in that case, you definitely need to change certain behaviors and learn new skills and focus more upon time management. So those who have got a score between 51 to 100, so are you struggling with this aspect in time management?
Yes, ma'am, as I have shared with you.
Yeah, okay. What about others? Those who have a score between 51 to 100. In your daily routine, in your daily life, are you struggling with managing your priorities? Okay, so and if for those whom the score is between 31 to 50, okay, so those whom the score is between 31 to 50, here you are at a learning phase, and you are managing yourself and your time to a considerable extent, but still there is still room for improvement. So if your score is between 31 to 50, you are in a much better position, and you are in a position to a considerable extent to manage your yourself and your time, but there is still room for improvement. Dr. Ghanshyam, I'll just give you my mail ID, and probably I will share this sheet. You just share your mail ID. I will share the sheet on your mail, and then probably you can do it afterwards, Dr. Ghanshyam, if you are finding it difficult. Okay, I'll just take your mail ID. I'll be mailing you the sheet, and then probably you can take this exercise. Okay, so I'll be sending you on mail. Okay, and as I said, that the score is between 31 to 50, you are in a better position to manage your time, but there's still need for improvement. However, if somebody's score is somewhere between 1 to 30, anyone whose score is between 1 to 30? Anyone whose score is, between 1 to 30? Okay, that is the ideal position actually. So if your score is between 1 to 30, definitely you are doing a good job. And you know how to manage your time well. And you know how to, decide your priorities and then accordingly allot time for the activities which you decide as your priority. So this exercise was meant to just, enable you to become self-aware of whether you are, able to really decide to what extent you are managing your time, or you need any improvement. So those who were between 51 to 100, definitely they have to work very hard towards deciding their timelines, because it is more of a struggle for you to handle your priorities and to accomplish your goals and your daily routines. And then yes, sir, I'm sharing my presentation. Those who are having a score of, as I said, 51 to 100, that's a kind of red alert for you, that you need to, rethink about the way you are managing your time. So my advice is that you prepare a time schedule. And first of all, that even before preparing a time schedule, just lay down on basis of priority what you need to do on a daily basis. So maybe before going to bed next day, what you are supposed to do, what are the important things which you need to do in order of priority. Then also lay down that how much time it will take to accomplish that particular task, and try to abide by those timelines. See, 15 to 20 minutes here and there is not an issue, but I mean, if you cross the timelines too much, then it will be really difficult for you to accomplish certain tasks timely. So some of you may be facing this problem of time management. And those who are having from 31 to 50, they are in a better position, but definitely there is scope for improvement. So like discussing about time management, another important part of self-management is goal setting. So I'm going to talk more about goal setting and how you can lay down your goals to be accomplished within a set time frame. So it will be related to time management as well, and it will be related to deciding your goals, focusing upon your goals, and how to decide like what to accomplish in how much of time. So that I'm going to discuss in tomorrow's session. And today, considering that the time schedule, so I would just like to end my presentation, and like the remaining things we can continue with the discussion in tomorrow's session. So will that be fine, sir? So what is the learning and what is the takeaway from this session? I would just like to know from some of you. Okay, so if you can unmute yourself and talk about it.
Smile, you can unmute yourself.
Thank you, sir. Actually, self-management is very important in life. If we can manage ourselves, I think we can do wonders with our life. And with self-management, time management is it is too important. If both goes all together, we are able to get success in our life. This is what takeaway I had from this session. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes. Yes, your voice is audible. Yes.
Hello. I've talked to you about the time problem. So for me, it is a boon in disguise if I will get down to that score. At least at this time, I am from in the slot of 51 to 100, and it's really a boon for me if I come to at least that 31 to 50 wala score, at least one step ahead. You have taught us no every day or every time we listen to these things, but your lecture has definitely added to my knowledge, and definitely I will abide by the rules you have taught us today. Thank you. This is my takeaway from your lecture, that I will definitely abide by the rules. That smile part, I liked it so much. And another thing, my goal is that I have to reach at least to that 31 to 50 wala part.
Okay, that's great. All the best.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. My takeaway is that I really have to work on my emotions, so that for the next time I will keep this thing particularly said by you, that work on your emotions and think about and really work consciously. So I will try my best to remember this, and I will definitely take this thing into consideration. Thank you so much, ma'am, for throwing light on this. Thank you so much once again.
Hello. Hello.